Okay, guys, this is Engineer Vakas, and we are going to start our today's session. And what we are going to cover in today's lecture, and there are certain things like today we have to cover project contract, the legal document, the responsibilities document, and then we will be talking about the same like project management knowledge area. Yesterday we have started from scope management. Today, we are going to start with the time management, how we have to understand. Then, the further stage, the next stage of design phase process, procurement phase process, and there are basic settings for Primavera P6. That's what we are going to understand. Customization of Primavera P6 dashboard, right? So, stay focused. We are going to learn many amazing things, right? So I'm going to start discussion with the construction contract, the very important document. As a planning engineer, this is very important thing. Whenever you are going to appear in any job interview, they are going to ask you one question: that what are the preliminary documentations you will require at the initial stage of project when you are going to start that project planning and scheduling. So construction contract is the document, the most important thing. So today we are going to understand what is inside this contract. Basically, if you want to define this document, this is a legal binding agreement between different kind of stakeholders, client, consultant, investor, contractor, and all the stakeholders out there who are committed to deliver that single product. Either that product is about building, road, pipeline, solar project, combined cycle power plant, or any other thing, right? So there are many people, many organizations are going to work together. So when they are going to work together, they have to maintain the teamwork. They have to understand their primary roles. So everybody should be working in that specified boundary. You understand? So that boundary of responsibility is mentioned in this legal binding agreement. Now you understand what does mean by construction contract. Please let me know in the chat box area. The basic definition. The basic definition, is that clear? Yes, everybody. Yeah. Arbab Khan, when you are going to get job in any company, company is going to ask you to sign a document which is called contract document. What is written in that contract document? That your job is going to start from this date, salary this much, this date you are going to get salary, 9 to 5 job, right? So that is actually highlighting the conditions, Arbab Khan. Now clear, Arbab? Okay, thank you very much. So now we have to now get insider of this construction contract. This document is going to identify the project contract type, like what are the conditions when client, because from our previous session, we are very much clear that bid is going to happen. Project will be awarded from client to the contractor side, right? So what are the conditions, okay, mentioned by the client side? That is called contract type. So first of all, this contract document is going to give us the information that what is the contract type, what are the conditions. I will be, discussing all those things, the possible contract types in our upcoming slides. But here in this slide, I just want to give you an overall idea, overview, that what will be the insider of this project contract document. As a planning engineer, you need to understand. First of all, it is going to give you the information, the conditions are contract type. Then there are contractual milestones, like when I'm going to mobilize on site area, notice to proceed, when my project is going to start, when my project is going to finish, when there are handing over, taking over, and certain same likewise things. You understand? So these things are called major phases or major milestones, are contractual milestones which are already defined by client inside the contract. You got my point? You got it? Okay. Let me share with you one such same type of document with you people at the end of this slide, right? So there is WBS requirement. You understand? Like how my project will be broken down. Okay, the project. different kind of phases: engineering phase, procurement phase, construction phase. Yesterday I have mentioned there is a level 1 schedule, level 2 schedule, right? So level schedule 2 schedule is also part of our tender document. So WBS requirement will be identified by the client side, and that will be the way forward for a planning engineer, and a good thing. Okay. And then there are payment milestones, like client is going to pay money to the contractor when 5%, 10%, 15% amount of work is done. So that will also be settled inside this construction contract. These are the popular clauses which should be a planning engineer need to familiar with. And then there is site access requirements specific to the project, like when this land will be handed over to the contractor, right? Then there are approval and review timelines in schedule, like I'm going to submit uh, you know any document or drawing. Who is approval authority? How many days they are going to take? What is the procedure? You understand? All these things are given in that contract document. Then if our project is done, like the project planning, scheduling, approval is done, after that, if there is any extra additional thing is proposed or suggested, you understand? Notice to proceed. Javed Akhtar is asking what does mean by NTP, notice to proceed. Okay. So variations means extra work. How to add that extra work in our project schedule? Then if there is no payments done by client side, contractor is going to suspend that work. And if that payment is due more than 100 days or 80 days, that contractor can demobilize from the site area and terminate the project contract, right? So there are things like that as well. Then specification and standards, there are many things like concrete. There is specifications for welding, fabrication, installation. Everything is mentioned in our contract document. Yesterday we have added certain documents inside PDDR. Within that PDDR we have here QAQC. Within that QAQC report everything is mentioned, right? And that QAQC document will be contract document part. And then there is project tracking and reporting, like how project will be tracked, how project will be updated, and progress report will be template look like, right? And then there is frequency, like there is daily progress report. Frequency means the client and contractor communication, exchange of information. It is on daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis. It will be mentioned inside this contract document. So you have to, from the perspective of planning engineering job role, you have to understand all of these things, that all these things will be mentioned inside the contract document. Okay. Now I'll be sharing one document as a sample over here. See, this is kind of a project contract document where many other things are also given. But from the perspective of planning engineer, from your perspective, what is your major priority information, like project schedule? If I talk about project schedule, it is there. That project duration will be mentioned, that this project is 12 months, and these are the contractual milestones like PDDR. We have to give following. See, that is how it has been broken down. See, yesterday I have also giving you idea that how this contract document is going to give you the guideline, that how this design phase. See, these are the further documents, drawings, and then here is your procurement. Then total, in this case study, we are going to see tank foundations to steel structures to tank structures to building and electrical works. I try to add as maximum things as a case study. Civil work are there, mechanical works are there, installations works are there, and electrical. Multiple disciplines are there. So there are following deliverables. For further study, Arifullah, please don't make the lines. Okay, thank you. Okay, so you see further remarks, we can consult with BOQ and drawings, right? And then you can see in generally civil works completion, this is identified by our client and consultant side at the bidding stage, that we are going to complete this civil works in 240 days, 480 days, 150 days, and see, I will be handing over this one to you people. Then construction methodology will also be part of this contract document, health and safety reporting, documentation, and this is our construction, site planning. Higher level information is given here. It's also part of this Excel. See, the major level WBS. This is our major level WBS at the time of ITT or ITB. PDDR, I have explained yesterday, project document deliverable register. Usman, Umar Shabir, these are complete ITT documentation parts, invitation to tender. Okay, this is level 2 schedule. Okay, is that clear? Please let me know in the chat box area. Are you okay with this information, that what is inside the contract document from the perspective of planning engineer? You need to understand. Please, one time, everybody should give me yes or go to have. Okay, thank you. Okay, clear? The things are very much clear. It's not you are going to start the things from scratch level. If I'm going to teach like that way, maybe you are going to get confused. Oh my God, I will be working as a planning engineer. You can't make that much confidence in your job interviews, in your concepts, right? You need something like from where I'm going to get it. Okay, so that is the big satisfaction. That is a big relaxation as well. Okay, so this construction contract is going to help you. Yes, that is ITT. That is kind of thing I have tried to make as, see, this is copied from one of the ADNOC project, but same template I can't share, right? But I have copied it and I have amended it with the help of my current project situation. Okay. So now onward, this is what I can get inside my project contract. Now, there are popular project contract types. As a planning engineer, we need to get aware. We need to get familiar with all these types. First of all, there is fixed price lump sum contract. This fixed price lump sum contract is actually going to deal with the contractor delivers complete scope of work for a fixed pre-agreed price. And price is fixed actually. You have to just focus on the feature. Price is fixed, which is already agreed upon by contractor and client. Okay, that is the first feature. The second feature, as it is already agreed between client and contractor for the fixed price, right? Client and contractor. There is a fixed price, $1 million project. It is already, so if this project of a building, pipeline, or any oil and gas project is gonna be completed less than this money, the extra money will be the benefit for contractor. But if this project will be completed in more than this money, like $1.2 million, that extra money will not be paid by client. That will be the loss for the contractor. He is going to pay. So the highest risk on the contractor within this fixed price or lump sum contract, right? You understand the risk. Then best for where we need to put this contract type, what kind of projects, well defined. What does mean by that? The projects where the scope of work is too much clear, like piping construction projects, plant construction projects, refineries, their scope is well defined. But if we talk about bridge construction project, we should not go for this type of contract like EPC or fixed price. Why? Because you understand, sometimes the pile depth is going to change from 1 meter to 1.5 meter.